President William Samoei Ruto is a very shrewd politician. He has mastered the art of divide and rule. If you study William Ruto's style of politics, he knows how to use a particular leader, and once you have fulfilled his mission, he dumps you. He's a master of use and dump philosophy. This is what he did to Cleopas Malala. He elevated Cleopas Malala to become this bully secretary general. And after he had used him, he dumped him. In fact, at some point, Cleopas Malala was really behaving as if he was the second thing that came to us after oxygen. That is the same thing that William Ruto did to the former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. He told Rigathi Gachagua that Raila Amolo Odinga would not be part and parcel of this government. In fact, he told him, tell Raila that he will never get closer to State House because you have placed traps. Not only that, he used Rigathi Gachagua to fight his own brother Uhuru Kenyatta. During the Azimio protest, William Ruto used to fly outside the country, therefore leaving Rigathi Gachagua as the second in command and the one in charge. And Rigathi used to warn people that he was not going to allow any kind of demonstration. After Rigathi was done, William Ruto brought in Raila Amolo Odinga and he dumped Rigathi Gachagua. Now the next person in line is Moses Wetangula. When Moses Wetangula made a ruling going against a very obvious court ruling that had declared Azimio as the majority party leader, Moses Wetangula shot himself on the foot. He did that to please William Samoei Ruto. William Ruto has used him to complete a mission, and with that mission, Moses Wetangula must be shown the door. And I want you to listen to Otiende Amolo as he explains, as he reads the court ruling, and you will agree with me that that is going to be the basis of another Mutuse going to parliament to sponsor a vote of no confidence that Moses Wetangula does not respect court orders.
For starters, and because not all members have read the judgment, allow me to read 3 paragraphs so that people are in tandem. Paragraph 504. We thus hold and find that the simultaneous holding of the position of Speaker with that of the leader of political party and the leadership positions in the ruling political coalition, as in the case with the current National Assembly, and the concluding part is this dual role is therefore unlawful and unconstitutional. Mr. Speaker, that is paragraph 504. They continue in 505. We hold that the Speaker was elected in accordance with Article 106 of the Standing Orders. The fact that he was a party leader at the time of his election could not invalidate his election. However, for the reasons we have given, his position as the leader of Ford Kenya or the leader of any other political office, for that matter, became untenable and inconsequential the moment he assumed the office of the Speaker of the National Assembly. He could not, and he has no capacity to perform any other functions as a leader of a political party or a political organ as long as he is the Speaker of the National Assembly. I've referred to 2 paragraphs, 504 and 505. That is on whether the court expressly found the 2 offices untenable. And I will be making a concession separately. Now, 508, and this is important because I think we are debating in ignorance, Mr. Speaker. 508, it is hereby declared that the question as to which party or coalition of parties is a majority in the National Assembly in the 13th Parliament was determined by the sovereign will of the Kenyan voters during the 9th August 2022 general election. It continues, Roman 2, it is hereby declared that the Honorable Speaker's ruling on determination contained in his communication of 6th October is null and void. Roman 3, it is hereby declared that the Honorable Speaker's ruling on determination, blah, 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 on the minority, again, is null and void. And finally...
Remember, the 3 judges of the High Court had declared Moses Wetangula unfit to hold that office if he is still the leader of Ford Kenya party. And one of the reasons why Moses Wetangula is going to be shown the door is William Ruto has been hunting Moses Wetangula for long. He has been urging Moses Wetangula to fold his party and join the UDA, but Moses Wetangula has remained adamant. In fact, as we speak, Musalia Mudavadi agreed to Ruto's terms and he folded his party and he joined UDA.
Mimi nashukuru sana leo Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi na chama chake cha ANC leo wamekubali, wamekuja, wamekunja jamvi, sasa watakuwa wanajiunga kirasmi na chama cha UDA. Mheshimiwa Wetangula, tafadhali fata barabara ya Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi, so that sisi wote tuwe na chama cha nguvu. Tukitaka kubagain, tunabagain kama Waluya wote wako kwa gari moja. Mimi jamani nawaomba tafadhali, kama wale watu wa chama cha Ford Kenya, hii chama ingine ya DAP, hii chama ingine zote zifunge zikuje kwa chama cha UDA, to support rais, to support manifesto yake.
As a Secretary General, and one of the reasons why he was elevated to become the Secretary General of the UDA was to try and push Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula to fold the party. Now, as we speak, Papa Waroma has declined to fold his party because he understands very well that parties are the vehicles that we use to negotiate for the national cake. And Moses knows very well that in the event that he stops being the Ford Kenya party leader, then William Ruto will access that party very easily. The people will be given that party, can be given money. I told you that in Kenya, or all over the world, there isn't any politician that does not have a price tag. As long as Moses Wetangula is still in charge of Ford Kenya, he's safe. But the moment he leaves that party and he places it in the hands of someone else, then you know his goose is cooked. And so by declining to fold his party, which is one of the very fundamental judgments, the judges did not tell him to fold his party, rather to relinquish that position, because he cannot be the Speaker of the National Assembly and still be in charge of a party that is affiliated to Kenya Kwanza. That will undermine his ability to become a neutral arbiter. Now, William Ruto now puts it even further that he should fold that party and join the UDA. And that is one of the reasons why Moses Wetangula is a target. And William Ruto will ensure that Moses Wetangula is removed from office. As it is, it will be very easier for William Samoei Ruto, because William Ruto has done to Moses Wetangula what he did with Rigathi Gachagua. He has set him against the Azimio. That means because of that ruling, you saw people like Junet Mohammed saying it will be messy. It is not going to be business as usual, meaning that they are really vexed. It can only be because of the intervention of Raila Amolo Odinga that will cool things down. But I can assure you that William Ruto understands very well that the moment someone will sponsor an impeachment motion against Moses Wetangula, all the Azimio members of parliament will support that motion. The same way William Ruto sent Rigathi Gachagua to threaten Raila, to say that Raila will not come any closer to power. The only conversation we can have with him is how he's retiring from politics and he gets back to Bondo. Then William Ruto brought in Raila Amolo Odinga and he told the Azimio members of parliament that, you know, this is the guy who wanted to kill Raila during the Azimio protest. And with that, they swallowed that bait. They voted overwhelmingly to send Rigathi home, save for Babu Owino. Now, with that ruling, the Azimio fraternity are now seeing Moses Wetangula as their arch enemy, and they are going to support all this. Listen to Rigathi Gachagua explaining just how William Ruto set him up, William Ruto telling him what to say, and you will understand that Moses Wetangula has fallen to that trap.
Na ukiona Ruto wajumbe wakiongea, yeye amekuanga na watuma. Mimi nilikuwa na yeye. Alikuwa ananiandikia sema hii, nikasema siku 3 nikaona hii mtu. Si pale mwanzoni uliona vile nilikuwa naongea. Alafu mkaona nimepidu. Nikarona hapa kende kitu kikafikana. Unajua yeye anakaa pale, ako na kalamu anakuandikia sema hii. Mimi nikaona huyu rais anakosalisha mimi na Wakenya. Hii maneno ya shareholding alisema alinifukuza naye. Yeye mwenyewe ndiye alikuwa ameniambia. Akaenda akaniambia hii mzee akitendawili tangaza hakuna siku tutamkubalia kuja Ikulu. Nikija kushangaa naona yeye na Museveni na ile ng'ombe kubwa iko na mapembe. Mimi nikaona hii mtu nikimvota nitapotea. Sasa kuanzia hapo alikuwa ananiandikia mimi naweka kwa koti nasema.
So the same way Rigathi Gachagua used to be sent, Moses Wetangula has been sent. And it is very good William Ruto placed him there to ensure that they pass all the bills. But as we speak today, William Ruto is busy building a stronger force that will help him get a second chance come 2027. And William Ruto has set his eyes on the biggest prize, which is Raila's constituency. He's there with Raila, Joho, Oparanya Mudavadi, and with that he believes that that can help him get a second chance. And so what is he going to do? It is going to be very easy for him to appease the Azimio fraternity, especially the ODM, that are very angry that they were not given the majority seat. And I suspect that the reason why William Ruto made a very urgent phone call and summoned Kimani Chungwa and Junet Mohammed to State House, they are going to be promised, the ODM fraternity is going to be promised that seat of Moses Wetangula. And sooner, they are going to craft how they can get, very fast an impeachment motion. And William Ruto will use that seat to appease the already disappointed ODM members or the Azimio members. And they will kick out Moses Wetangula. And it has been rumored that it is Otiende Amolo that will take up his position. It will be very easy because once that impeachment motion is brought to the floor of the House, I can assure you that the Azimio fraternity, the Azimio members of parliament will support it. Rigathi Gachagua and his camp will support that motion very fast because it is Moses Wetangula who bullied, his way and ensured that Rigathi was not given a fair hearing. All those who wanted to support Rigathi Gachagua at the National Assembly were shut down. And so it will be a very sweet revenge for him. They will support that impeachment motion. And I have a feeling that William Ruto is fattening Moses Wetangula for slaughter. Why would it be very easy for William Ruto to mastermind the impeachment of Moses Wetangula? One, Moses Wetangula has got very few members in parliament. In Kenya, we play tribal politics. Ukifukuzwa pale, watu wako wanakutetea haki yetu, you can organize for some demonstration. But how many members of parliament does Moses Wetangula have? There are very few. They're not even enough to save him. And they can easily be bought. Remember, our parliament is corrupt. The other time there was a report that they take as little as 10,000 Kenya shillings. And with that, it will be very, very easy because William Ruto knows that there will be no impact. With Rigathi Gachagua's people on your side, Raila's people on your side as we impeach Moses Wetangula, that will be the end game. Now that Moses Wetangula went against a court ruling, if he heads to court, there is already bad blood between them because he does not respect and obey the law of separation of power. And the last one, William Ruto would easily want Moses Wetangula to be politically annihilated to create just one center of power in Western. Because Moses Wetangula has been controlling the Buhusu community. Now that George Natebe is also wrestling with him in control of the Buhusu community, William Ruto is very happy. And so once Wetangula has been has been kicked out completely, Mudavadi will remain as the kingpin there, and it will be very easy because there is a way Musalia Mudavadi is loyal, and William Ruto is playing that loyalty card. William Ruto wants people who listen to him. He does not want anyone who questions him. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I want to humbly submit to you that Moses Wetangula's days are numbered. The die is cast. And William Ruto has succeeded in ensuring that Moses Wetangula is now an enemy of the court. He overruled the decision of 3 judges. He's now an enemy of Azimio and Raila and Kalonzo and all that. They will easily support that impeachment motion. And Moses Wetangula is not a friend even to Gachagua and the likes. People like Cleopas Malala will not support him once he's gone. And so we are likely to see a situation where Moses Wetangula is going to be sent home. I don't know what you think, but watch this space.